Another one of the things that if you're going to live in this neighbourhood you really have to get used to is dealing with the different expressions of the religions of the people that live around you. Not only do you have the differences between dress and food and the different laws and ways of doing things, but you have things that even enter your own home and affect you and what you're doing here. For example, the noises that are coming from outside. On the one hand, the church bells are going, and then the muezzin from the mosque starts to give the call to prayer for the Muslims. And then on the Shabbat, on the Friday evening, in the neighbourhood just up the street in Meir Sharim, which is an ultra-Orthodox Jewish neighbourhood, the Shabbat siren goes off, warning people to refrain from work and activity that's considered to be work. And then the songs for Shabbat start. And sometimes all of these different expressions merge together over the top of each other. It's really quite something to experience, not only all those noises but all those influences coming upon you in such a small space. One of the reasons why there's such a strong spiritual clash is because there is a difference between the God of the Jews and the Christians, which is the same God, we have the same Bible, and the false God of the Muslims.
Now, when Jacob was blessing the different sons, the 12 sons, he pronounced a special blessing on Judah. And he said the scepter, that's the symbol of rulership. And that blessing was to be on the tribe of Judah, to the extent that in this book right here, it said the tents of Judah shall be saved first. That simply means, folks, that we're living in the time when God is going to raise up a Jewish leadership. Amen. I'm not talking about Gentile. He's going to raise up a Jewish leadership right from among the Jewish people, and he's going to do it in Jerusalem. I'm talking about the future. I'm not talking about what exists at this present time. You can't put a new patch on an old garment. You can't put new wine in an old bottle. It's got to be something new. People are doing what Jesus said not to do, putting a new patch on an old garment. And you cannot do that. There's got to be something new that's raised up at this time from among the Jewish people.
Luke 21. When you see Jerusalem being surrounded by armies, you will know that its desolation is near. Then let those who are in Judea flee to the mountains. Let those in the city get out, and let those in the country not enter the city. For this is the time of punishment, in fulfillment of all that has been written. How dreadful it will be in those days for pregnant women and nursing mothers. There will be great distress in the land and wrath against this people. They will fall by the sword and will be taken as prisoners to all the nations. Jerusalem will be trampled on by the Gentiles until the times of the Gentiles are fulfilled. Following the year 68 AD and the death of Emperor Nero, the attacks of the Roman Empire upon Israel intensified even more. In 70 AD, Emperor Titus laid siege to Jerusalem, leading to the slaughter of thousands and the destruction of the temple. The thousands of Israelites that remained were enslaved and exiled to all corners of the empire.
Prophecy was made in the book of Isaiah. With stammering lips and another tongue will I speak to this people, saying, this is the rest wherewith he causes the weary to rest. And there's something in the Spirit of God that's going to cause this right here to enter into its rest, and something down here to begin to take hold and rule, and to take hold of the very course of nature in our time. In human instrumentality, the Spirit of God is going to take hold and move men and women on into a time that this world has never seen before.
Isaiah 66. Before she goes into labour, she gives birth. Before the pains come upon her, she delivers a son. Who has ever heard of such a thing? Who has ever seen such things? Can a country be born in a day, or a nation be brought forth in a moment? Yet no sooner is Zion in labour than she gives birth to her children. On the 29th of November 1947, the UN General Assembly, in its 128th plenary session, by a 2/3 majority, passed Resolution 181, partitioning the remaining part of Palestine into 2 states, one of which would be a Jewish state, the first for 2,000 years.
The scepter shall not depart from Judah till Shiloh come.
Jeremiah 16. However, the days are coming, declares the Lord, when men will no longer say, "As surely as the Lord lives, who brought the Israelites up out of Egypt," but they will say, "As surely as the Lord lives, who brought the Israelites up out of the land of the north, and out of all the countries where he had banished them. For I will restore them to the land I gave to their forefathers."
There's going to be something like that emit from Jerusalem. It's going to proceed from Jerusalem. The law shall go forth of Zion, and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem.